Hello, 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 my fellow crafters. Good evening. Welcome to another Friday night live at Elizabeth Craft Designs. Good to see you all. My voice is a little, how do you call that in English? Rough. I've been talking a lot this week. Let me put it that way. But it's fun. It's Friday night. It's play night. So let's have a fun evening, shall we? I'm going to be playing. Friday night is play night, as Els always said. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me see. Who do we have here? Hi, Patricia, Sandra, Tina. Good evening. Rebecca, Anya is here. Dorothy, Charlotte, Jenny, Renee, Deborah. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Riek. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Inge. Well, lots of people streaming in already. Let me see if you've got... Yeah, there it is. Okay, sorry. I didn't have image on my own, on my phone, but it's there. That's good. Good to see you all. Don't forget to like, share, and comment to be able to win the $50 gift certificate, because you want that. Lots of fun things at Elizabeth Craft Design, so that would be money well spent if you have that. So, yeah, good, good, good. Well, as you may or may not have seen in the title, I'm going to be playing with the December to Remember collection, but I'm not going to be working in my art journal this time. I'm going to be using it to make cards, because I need to get started on my Christmas cards, because otherwise I won't have them in time to send them out. And that's not good. So, yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of trainings, etc. this week, Dorothy, so that's why my voice is not what it normally is. But hey, who cares, right? Hi, Femke. Hey, Tina. Hey, Fenna. Well, let's switch the cameras around so we can start. Let's get this party started. So we can have some fun tonight. Let's see, how do I do that? Because my switchboard isn't working at the moment. This one. No. That one. And then that one. Yeah, there we are. So mouse can go away. So how's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've been on Friday night. It's been a while since I've been live, actually, because the last couple of weeks I have not been live because work. Work always gets in the way, right? So, hey Jose, hi Patricia. And it's been quite busy with preparing for the 2 retreats that are coming up, but good news, everything is done and dusted. The stuff arrived in Canada. Yay! Couldn't be more happy about that, because that would have been a disaster if that would have been lost, but it's not. So, yeah, I hope you recover soon, Penny. That's, yeah. But yeah, everything arrived in Canada, safe and sound. So I'm really thrilled about that. And the one in the Netherlands is all done and dusted as well. So that's next week. So, yeah, it's fun times ahead. So let's get started. I need to get going on my Christmas cards. So what I'm going to be doing, the first card, I'm going to make several. We'll see how far I come. But I'm going to use my, I love this deer. It's from the December to Remember collection. But first things first, I'm going to create sort of a wood grain paper. So I'm going to put my card here in the center. And in this case, this is centimeters. Or not in the center, in the corner. Duh. It's Friday. Brain dead. But we'll get there. What I'm going to do is first on the back of this card. This is soft finish cardstock. And soft finish, if you don't know it, you're missing out, because that's fantastic paper. I love it. Now on this side it has sort of a, I'm not sure the camera will pick it up, slightly. It's a bit textured. On this side it's smooth. So the textured side I'm turning down. And I'm going to do every centimeter, I'm going to make a score line. So my intention is to make sort of a wood panel with this. Oh, wrong. Bugger. Okay. Go from this side and smooth that out again. There. Hardly see it anymore. Centimeters, David, not half centimeters. 5. Better concentrate while I'm doing this instead of talking my way through. So, I'm going to turn it the other way. And score again. And this will make the score, yeah, a bit more intense. You can do it just in one go, but I just like to do it this way. Because you hit the fibers from both sides, the grooves get a bit thicker. There we go. You see that? So now it's really plain and white. Thank you for liking, sharing and commenting. Oh, that's typical, Rihanna, that you saw a reel about that. Okay, so first things first, pumice stone. So I'm going to start with pumice stone and start at the top, pulling down. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm turning it around and do that again. And it's quite streaky, which is fine. You stay there. Don't run away from me. So I'm not putting on a lot of pressure. I'm using the smaller ink cube. You can use the big inks if you've got those. But you see my score lines, they're really deep now. Next I'm coming in with hickory smoke, slightly darker. So do the same. So you get some depth of color in there. See? This is starting to look like wood grain, right? So, then I need to get my, if I can find that. Those are sides. Well prepared, David. Oh, here it is. Selvage patina in the ink formula. And I'm just lightly, I just like a bit of blue with my wood grain. So I'm lightly going to go over that. You know, some of the trees have this bit of patina look. Look, I love that. So this is really cool. I love how this turned out. So next I'm going to take my gray ink brush. And with hickory smoke, load that up. I'm going to go around the edge just to darken that up ever so slightly. So not much, but just a tiny bit. So this is not a traditional Christmas card, by all means, but I just love that. And that's what I love about making Christmas cards with the December to Remember collection, because they are not your standard Christmas cards. They are different than all the others. Yeah, that's what I like. So I'm just darkening this up a bit. Like so. I need to re-ink my pumice stone, but I'll get there. So I'm just darkening up the corners a bit, like that. So, this is my panel. The figures on my shirt, I don't know, circles, I think. Hi, Els. So that's what I love. This is wood grain, but then in like grayish colors and a bit of that blue hint from the Selvage patina. Love it. So these can go to the side. And then what I've got, are my hands clean? Yes. I have cut out my deer out of the gold paper. This is the Tim Holtz shiny paper, which is very shiny. Very shiny. So, and I'm just gonna take out the middle part because we don't need that. take out all the loose bits. There we go. So this is going to go on there, but I want that to be a bit more grungy. So very carefully, I'm using one of these sanding discs from the Ranger, and I'm going to go over that and distress my, how do you call him? My deer. I love this deer, he's fun. So this will make him more grungy and a bit less shiny, if that makes sense. So there we go. Then to make that a bit more grungy, I'm going over that. Let's use pumice stone, see how that works. Because the ink will grab onto the darker bits in there. The grain, now how do you call that? What the sanding disc took off, and then underneath it's exposed. You can see here that grabs onto that darker, do you see it? That darker bit makes it look a bit more grungy. Well, what's perfect about these sanding discs is they fit on your tools, on your blending tools, which is perfect for me because otherwise I'll always lose them. So, you know what? I'm just going to go direct to paper. That's better. Yeah, this needs a good re-inking. That's for sure. So, that's that. Now he looks a bit more grungy. Better. And then in the center, I'm going to use either black. I think I will do that because I do like that, to be honest. Or I've got a champagne thingy here. Now I'm not sure. Let me see. This is a bit softer. I'll do this because it matches the background. Yeah, so I'll sand this one quickly. Gotta be careful though, because this is fragile stuff, because there's only a small connection there. Come on, David, make up your mind. I think I'm still going for the black after that. This way around. Nope, champagne it is. Okay, I made up my mind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this bit down first. So just like that. Tweezers. No, he's not called Rudolph. There we go. And next I will glue down the other bits. Hi Candace. Good evening everybody that came in later. We are working on Christmas cards because, well, I need to get started because I'm late. So, this one is going to go there. It's like a puzzle. Now, in this set, you get all sorts of accessories. So you can hang baubles, Christmas baubles from his antlers. You can use a bell to hang around his neck. You can do all sorts of things, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this one quite simple and stylish. That's why I went with the champagne, because I wanted this one to be, yeah. And this pieces together beautiful. So, there's my beautiful reindeer hanging from a wood wall. I love that effect. Okay, that is that. Next, I've got another piece of the soft finish cardstock, and I'm going to stamp on the side, the smooth side. So not on the textured side, but on the smooth side. So let me get a block, and let me get a stamp. And I'm going to use a December to Remember. This one. And what I'm going to do, am I going to use this one, or am I going to use... make up your mind, David. I think I will do this one. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So put that on my block. And then I will take my embossing ink. I don't know anything about December day by day. This is December, but yeah. So, good layer of embossing ink on there. And I will just stamp that on there. Like so. Yeah, this deer, I love him too, Astrid. He is great. So, stamped him. And now I will use some embossing powder. I'm just thinking all of a sudden, do I have a rose gold? I don't have a rose gold. Oh well, it'll be the normal gold then. Let me think. Let me have a look what I have in my stash. These are all the Tim Holtz ones. These are wow powders. Let me see if I have a more reddish gold. I'll try this one. Polished gold, that is. So, there's a good layer on there. Then what I do, I have one of these angled, stay there. I've got one of these angled brushes, and I will just use that to take off anything I don't want on there. There we go. So, put that back. And as Elle says, it almost looks like this stuff is growing when you put it back in, because you never empty it. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, I'm going to melt that, so sorry for the noise. Beautiful, right? So let's trim that out. It's a bit hot. Hot, 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 hot. So I'm just trimming that out using my long neck. Like so. That is that. And then, just let me put these back for a minute. That's going to go there. What I'm going to do is using pumice stone again. Oh, that's nice, Lydia. I'm just going to go around the edge with pumice stone to, yeah, sort of grunge it up. See? And that's going to be my sentiment on there. I'm going to pop that up slightly. If I can find my, here's my roll of tape. So, hello, back to Texas. Hi, Terry. I saw beautiful pictures from you, Terry, in Hawaii. Just going to trim this in half. There we go. Yeah, that deer is really a nostalgic one, and I love it. I love that deer. Okay, let me have a look. Trying to not to get my head in the camera. So this looks like it's quite in the center. There we go. Okay, that's that. Now I've got my card base ready to go. So I'm going to put this one on there. Like so. And I like to use Nouveau glue to do that with my card bases. And since I've got a new bottle of that, but I like that because that gives me some wiggle time. And with the art glitter glue and the Barely Art, it sticks down a lot quicker. So there we go. And here's the first card. I love it. I really love it. And it doesn't take you forever to make, which is also something I like. Because with Christmas cards, you want to be able to do something, yeah, just to put them out quickly. I've done that, Femke. I've made a card with some Christmas lights in his Endless, which was fun. So that is the first one done. So let me put some things away before I make a complete mess, even a bigger mess than it's already. So the deer, don't need that anymore. So I will put that one over here to show later. Next, I've got a fun idea. At least I think it's fun. So I've got a square card here. I've got a black card panel. And I've got a panel which comes from the Rustic Winter paper set that I designed. And I'm in love with this paper pack. It's so beautiful. And it's just perfect as a Christmas card background. So what I'm going to do with that is something, well, let's see if it works out. It's something I've got in my head. But not all the ideas I've got in my head work out. So, yeah, we'll figure it out together. So what I've got here is just a piece of black card that I'm going to position on here. And what I'm going to do is, I've just used a big circle die to cut this out. I've got a pencil here, just a black pencil. And very lightly I'm going to draw a circle onto my card base. So you see, very lightly, not too hard. Then I'm going to take my acrylic block, here it is, and I'm going to use this one from the, did I mention what stamp set this was? This is the CS311 December to Remember. So it's the one with all these in there. Then I've got this little one that I'm going to use on there. And I was going to grab something and I can't remember. I remember now. I just need a scrap piece of paper. So this is just a piece of copy paper. Nothing fancy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my VersaFine in Green Oasis and ink the stamp up, stamp it off once, and then use the second generation on my panel. And what I'm doing, I'm looking through the block and I'm going to line up the center here. You can see that little thingy there. Sticking out, and you see the center here. I'm going to line that up with my circle that I just drew on there. So like that. So you get a light impression. So ink it up again, stamp it off again, and do that again. Like so. Ink it up, stamp it off. This is from a different project and it will not come out of there anymore. There we go. So what I'm doing, I'm building a little wreath here. Using this little stamp. So this is the wreath, the base of the wreath, not the wreath completed, but this is the basics. So this is quite a light color. So what I'm going to do is coming in with the same stamp and do a first generation. Just gonna tip that ever so slightly towards the inside. So I lined it up first and now I'm gonna line it up like that. And what that does, you will see, it'll push that lighter color into the background so it gives it dimension. Oh, don't stamp it off, David. You need the first generation for this one. And just by positioning it ever so slightly differently, you get a different effect on that wreath. Like so. So that's the basics. Next I'm going to take the small one, use the same color, and I'm going to make it a bit fuller on this side, just at the bottom. And then with first generation, I'm confusing myself now, I'm just going to go around the outside perimeters to create a fuller wreath. And that's what I had in mind when I was drawing these little Christmas leaves, or what do you call these, branches. They're nice to put on a page, but they're also fun to make a wreath with. So here's my basic wreath done. So that is that. I'm going to close this one up. I'm going to dry this for a minute, blot that off first, because there's a lot of ink on there. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Next I've got a pine green, which I thought was quite appropriate. A pine green that I'm going to use to soften the whole thing a bit up. So I'm going to use my brush, dab it off in my lid, and even take some off here first. And then I'm going to darken up this area. So just softly giving that a haze of green. Just build up that color slowly and blend it out and make it a bit darker at the bottom. Let me show you. And it really looks dimensional because of the different generation stamping we did. So yeah, you just gotta be patient, Femke. No sneaks. No sneaks. Right, this one can go. Done with the stamping. I'm going to put this one to the side. David, close your glue. Close your glue. So, the basics of the wreath are done. Now, what I need to do is I need to do a bit of die cutting. And I'm going to take my little guy out for that. And we're going to, does it fit? Does this fit on the little plates? I think it does. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So I love my little sidekick for these little detailed thingies. This one is the Nouveau glue, just a normal Nouveau glue by Tonic. And this one in here I've got my Barely Art glue in the glue gun. So you guys can fall out like that. There we go. And these can go out. So next I need, bumping my light there, sorry. Next I'm going to take a dark red ink. This is Simon Hurley ink. And I've got the wrong brush. Sorry, I need this one. And I'm just going to darken up that bow ever so slightly, just from the sides, but just to give it a bit more dimension. Hey, the first one was a simple one. This one is a bit more elaborate, but still, once you get the hang of it, quite easy. So this is red paper, but I'm just putting on some darker ink on that, and that gives it, oops, some dimension. You see that? So it makes it just a little bit less flat. And I'll just dab it on there. I'm not going to be fussed too much, but good enough. Good enough. Okay. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one, the bow, right here at the top. And this bow comes from the Christmas tree set. Very versatile to use, and then this bit goes right there. There you go. So the bow, step one. Next, where is my thingy? I've got this little, I don't know what it's called, pickup thingy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there. Just a tiny dot of glue other way around. Just notice that in time. And one here. And one there. Just putting on some, how do you call these? Berries? Berries. They are berries, right? One here on the outside. One here. I'm just sort of putting them down randomly without too much thought. I'm just looking like, okay, tiny one there, tiny one there. Let go. There you go. No, I think it's fine. Don't put more on. So that is the wreath, completely built, and with some nice berries on it. Now, I'm not done. I'm not done. Because I'm going to do something fun to the sides of this. And what I've got here is, no, is this the good one? No, so yeah, it's the good one. It's an embossing thing from Wow. And I'm just going to scribble on the sides of this card. And I'm not going to be bothered too much if it's not perfect, because then I can always come back and do some repair work. But for now, I'm just going to scribble that all around this panel. So I'm just gonna go around, put a bit more in the corners, and then I will just see how far I got. Did I do that side? I can't remember, so I will just put on the embossing powder first. Here is my thingy. So I'm just gonna put that on there. It's meant to look a bit grungy, so That's not enough, but let's melt it first. And then we'll see how far we get. Well, this is not the rustic wood. This is the, rustic winter. Sorry, rustic winter. The other one is the crunchy wood. So yeah, I did do all 4 sides. I just couldn't remember. Okay, that is all melted, and then what I'll do, made a mess here. Let me put this back before that. This will be a disaster happening. So I will just go around again. Yeah, I know, Patricia. I discovered that on time. So I am just scribbling this on again, where I think it needs a bit more. So there's enough here, but this corner, no. This corner, no. So, and repeat. Yeah, the gold around the edge really makes it look, different. Grungy, but also festive because of the gold. You see now it grabs onto the rest where it was still a bit boldish. So I'm going to put this away. And going to melt that again. So that is almost done. Just see. There we go. I just love this. I think it makes it more grungy because it's not perfect, but it's still there, and that's what I like. So next, I'm going to, where did I put that? There. I've got a black matte layer, so I'm going to put this on the black matte, and that makes the black pop even more, which I love. So I'm going to put some glue on there. Yep. And I'm going to put that onto my mat, which is just half a centimeter bigger than the base. So that gives it a really nice small border. Now I'm going to take my foundry wax. I'm going to put some onto my desk. To be honest, I should have done that before I put it on the black mat layer, but because I want some splattering on there. So shake the bazinga out of this stuff. I could, but I'm not, because I'm going to splatter with shiny stuff and then it will become too much, Astrid. So I'm just going to put a blob on there. Get my tiny little fan brush thingy and splatter on there. If anything comes off. Why does it always work with other people and not with me? I guess I need to thin it down a bit. There we go. So I'm just going to splatter around this, and this will give it tiny dots, but it will be beautiful. Mark my words. So I'm going to put that in water. Now with the foundry wax it's funny because this is WOW embossing ink pad refill and freestyle tool. The fun thing with foundry wax, look at that. You see it becomes shiny? Try to... Just water, Sue. I just used water to thin it down. Now you've got tiny little gold splatters all around. So I just need to flatten this one out again. So this stuff, I'm not a fan, I'm going to be honest. But for this, for splattering, make gold splatters, it's perfect. So yeah, so that's what I'm using it for. But I'm not done. Of course not. Because I am going to splatter a bit more. Now I'm going to just do a spritz of water in this stuff and get my brush and just dip that into the water that I just sprayed on top and splatter some white. And the fun thing with this white is that it will not bleed. It's called bleed-proof white. So I've got a mix of gold and white splatter. And that's why I did not want to put anything shiny on the red dots. Now this needs to dry, obviously. It will not take that long. Just let me clean up my mess because there we go. So I'm going to give that a moment to dry, and then in the meantime I will stamp out my sentiment for this one. And what I want to put on here is Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I'm just going to put that one to the side, put this one, let me clean this up because that will be a disaster. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It really makes it, yeah. I love how this is coming together. You know, you've got these ideas in your head, and it's always fun when they come out, right? So I'm just inking this one up really, really well. Thank you, Else. So just gonna stamp that. Is this the smooth side? Yes. Stamp that down. As you can see, a good impression. So, gonna get my coffee filter out and my embossing powder and put that on there. So I'm gonna use the same sentiment for this one. There we go. So, and melt that again. I will do that here, but because otherwise I'm afraid I will blow it into the... that will dry flat. Lovely and shiny. So, putting that away, closing this up before disasters happen. Right, and I'm going to take my long neck scissors again, and I'm just going to trim it out like so. And I'm just going to snip these corners out by turning the card. So I'm turning while I'm snipping. Same here. Turning, turn and snip. Turn and snip at the same time. There we go. So now I've got my sentiment cut out. But this for me is too stark white on there. So what I'm going to do is, with that brush that I just used with the Lavinia ink to make that a bit softer green, and I'm coming in from the bottom, and I'm just going to give this a hint of that pine green. You see? And now it matches this beautiful. So I'm going to take my foam tape again, and the other half that I've had left over from the other one I made. I'm going to put this on here. Now this is too long, so I'm just going to snip off a tiny bit. There we go. It dries flat, completely flat. No, tiny bump there, but not much dimension. Thank you, Jane. Okay, now I want this here at the bottom. Yeah, I'm loving this. I am loving this. Card base. There we go. So take my glue out again. I'm just gonna it needs a bit more glue in the center so that it's really grabbing on there, because, well, it's a bit warped. Line it up, and I'm just pressing that on there. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting my scrap piece of paper out, putting that over that so I can really press it, because it's that white can still be a bit wet. So and there is the finished result of the card. I'm loving this. And here's the first card we made. Completely different, but yeah, I love them. I love them both. So that was it for today. I had 2 projects in mind and I finished 2. Yay! So I hope you liked them. I hope I inspired you, because I know a lot of people, I know a lot of you had bought the Christmas set from the Art Journal collection. And I would just want to give you more ideas what to do with it. You can use it for your December Day by Day, by all means, but it's also a beautiful collection to make cards, not just for your art journal. So yeah, just let me show you close-ups of both of them. I think now the ink has dried on the background, it even gives it more dimension. And then this is the one with the wreath we made. So yeah, beautiful cards. If I can find my mouse, there we go, because then it means I can switch cameras. There we go. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to like, share and comment, and I would love to see you for the next one. Have a great weekend. Have fun Monday with Esther, when she will be launching the December Day by Day class with Annette. If I see you at the retreat next week in Spijkenisse, looking very much forward to it, and we're going to make it a fantastic weekend. And if I see you in Canada, that will be soon after that. So thank you for joining me, and I'd love to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.